I think I tell you the story. I had a real bad dream the other night. Okay, I dreamt I beaten up by a bunch of thugs, and turned out in my dream that they were wanted terrorists, all things. I dreamt I was barely alive, rushed to the ICU, but the ICU was full. There's no ICU beds available in Canada because of coronavirus. I couldn't believe this. And they said to me, well, we're going to have to, the only ICU beds were available was in Miami, Florida. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, then they said, well, we're gonna have to transport you by medical flight. So I dreamt that in my dream. My friend and her boyfriend came with me down there, and I was drug-induced coma. They flew down with me, and I dreamt I was in hospital in Miami, Florida, in the ICU. I dreamt I come out of medical coma. I looked around and I said, how long I've been here for. I dreamt it was middle of July, I think the middle of June, and I said, wow, what happened, And look at my face. They gave me a very feminine looking face, Of course, they did Mercy FFS surgery on me, and I dreamt Richard, my brother Richard and Darlene came. They saw me, and they told, and the United States, and finally my lady friend came. And her boyfriend came and seen me too. And then I said, who paid for your accommodation down here? I said, your government is paying for accommodation because they're paying for it with cooperation with the Canadian government. What about you down here? Who paying for you? Well, but still, I have to get home. I've been here all this time in drug-induced coma. I really want to get back home. I don't belong down here in Central Florida. This was not something I planned to do. Now, I said to Richard and Darlene, do I have to quarantine when I get back to Canada? I mean, I sort of trying to find out how to quarantine out 14 days because of this. Richard told me coronavirus was declared over with just about last month. Well, it cleared over, so you don't have to quarantine anymore. That's nice, Things went back to normal, but airlines are having trouble trying to get their flights back and get their workers back because many workers died from coronavirus. So they may not get a flight. And oh my God, I sit in a panic and move there in a dream. I figure, okay, how am I gonna get back? Then click 2 and 2. Amtrak has what they call the thing, the Superliner coaches that leave for Florida called the Superliner. Well, maybe I should get the Amtrak from Miami, Florida back. So I went down to I finally got discharged in ICU. I went to the Amtrak station, and I got there. Of course, I had a prepaid, big $1 million prepaid Visa card from the United States government helped me to pay with millions of dollars on it, of course. So I used that. I got a ticket on the Amtrak train all the way from Miami, Florida, all the way to New York, Big Apple, New York City. So in my dream, I got me, my lady friend, and her boyfriend all got them on the train in not coach class, sleeper class, and I got on the train and I was sleeper car. I had my car, they had theirs. So we finally traveled all the way to New York. I get there and I just met a Maple Leaf don't leave till following morning at 9 a.m. So about 9 o'clock in the morning. So I had to fit there. So I got there and we got a real nice room at a nice, went to Waldorf Astoria and used the $1 million on that credit card and got a very luxurious room, loaded to shoot. The nicest room we got was full, a suite and everything else. In my dream, got there and really pretty, very nice. The next morning, got up, we left, got down to Penn Station, got on the Amtrak train at Penn Station there in New York City, and when we got on the train, we just sat co-op all the way from New York, all the way through to Buffalo, all the way from Buffalo, all the way to Niagara Falls, New York, crossed the border, went through Canadian Customs and Immigration there, and I, and I got there, and the custom guy looks at me and said, "Did you know what you did in Canada?" "No." "Well, do you know you put a terrorist organization on ice for your..." I got beaten up a couple of months back and left for dead, and I'm barely alive, and they couldn't ICU bed for coronavirus. Well, matter of fact, these guys were caught, and they were charged under the full extent of the law. They were booked. Not even that, they wanted for... They went to Guantanamo Bay. They beat you up, but you know what? They got time in jail for it. They got what's like in Guantanamo Bay. Holy shit! I really did this? My God, a lot of people gonna be happy coming home from being away so long. I was very happy. They said, they said to me, "Welcome back in Canada." I know. And that the only thing is, I got a whole lot of time, and I got a lot of luggage. I know I got home. So I got the Aldershot, got off the Amtrak train, and then after I got off the train, I got on the GO bus. I headed all the way home to, back to Hamilton. Got off at Hunter Street. Then I got on a city bus. Went up to a ticket counter. Got a whole month bus pass on next month bus pass. That month, I got on a King all the way to home. I got back to Queenston Road. There were people taking photographs, and news media camped out. Everybody camped out. And they were saying that how do you feel to bust up the territory? How do you feel? I mean, I was answering the question. Well, I said, it was not me intent to do so. It was because this person made a wrong move and caused their organization to fall. See, I said, people commit criminal acts do cause an organization to fall, vice versa. So finally got my apartment, and of course it was spotless, clean, everything was tidy and all that. And I looked around, I said, wonder who paid my rent all this. Matter of fact, until government paid the rent all that time, plus the U.S. government stepped in and told City Housing in my dream not to evict me under this government in the hospital. And by the time I got home, I still had a lot of money left on prepaid MasterCard. And then I recovered the rest of home. Finally, I just took a long time, but then I was just pooped. I was mad. I was happy to go home. But you know what? Refrigerator stocked full of goods, and I was very famous for years to come. And I received the Order of Canada at the end of the dream, and I woke up at that point. That was a dream right there.